And that's fantastic. So if you're looking at somebody, as you are somebody who had eczema, let's say for 5 years, you could look at healing your eczema in as little as a year to a year and a half, permanently, if you eat this way. If you're somebody who had eczema for 10 years, you can look at anywhere from 2 to 3 years permanently healing your eczema if you eat this way and continue to eat this way so long as you want clear skin. But this would be a great time to basically break down for you guys what are the best foods to help heal your eczema. There's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of stuff that is frankly not helpful, misleading, or at the very best, just not substantial enough. When I was looking to help heal my eczema from the inside out, what I wanted to know was basically what are the foods that are going to help me feel my best and fuel recovery, and what are the foods that are not going to make me feel my best and are going to cause the eczema. Because to be honest, there are only 2 food groups out there: foods that cause eczema, foods that heal eczema. Simple as that. When I started eating a plant-based diet 2 years ago, I first started with raw foods. I jumped right into it. What could be better for the skin than fruits and vegetables? But I quickly strayed away after visiting a dietitian. She basically told me I wasn't getting enough protein, I wasn't getting enough of a bunch of other things. She put me back on chicken and dairy, and lo and behold, my eczema got a whole lot worse. I felt almost depressed in my own skin, like I felt absolutely horrible. So then about 4 months later, I went vegetarian, and a few weeks after that, I went vegan. But in that transition time, I was eating a lot of salads, I was eating a lot of just plain rice, I didn't know what to cook, and things got slightly better. But then I fell back into junk food. I was eating things like fake chicken, fake cheeses, ice creams, fried food. Back came the eczema again. So, what is it? What are the foods that are going to help you feel your best? What are the foods that are definitely not going to cause eczema, and foods that are going to cause it? It's plain and simple. I'll show you guys. There's only a handful of things that are definitely not going to cause it. You want a high phytonutrient profile of your food. You want it to have lots of nutrients in it so it can fuel your immune system and your microbiome. You want it to have high fiber so that it's helping your gut eliminate waste. You want to get good digestion. It wants to be high inflammatory food. You don't want to promote inflammation. You want to promote anti-inflammation. You want to have really high antioxidant, high nutrient, high anti-inflammatory foods. Those are all plant foods, fresh fruits and vegetables, and certain grains and beans. And number 4, you want it to be high water content. You want to hydrate your cells from the inside out so that you have healthy skin on the outside. And these 4 categories, anti-inflammatory, high fiber, high water, and high phytonutrient, only happens on a whole foods, plant-based diet. What that means is you're going to focus on 5 food groups: fruits, vegetables, grains and other starches like potatoes, beans, including lentils and peas, and minimal nuts, seeds, avocados, higher fat foods, also essential to the human body. So what that looks like when you're talking about fruits, anything from bananas, mangoes, apples, peaches, watermelons, grapes, plums, apricots, whatever you enjoy. Get in plenty of fresh fruit. Number 2, vegetables. Leafy greens, lettuce, spinach, kale, collards, and then low-calorie vegetables, tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchini, carrots, beets, onions, all of those count. Get plenty of vegetables in also. Try to get in as much as you can. Enjoy it with every single meal if you can. Number 3, grains and other starches. Grain starches meaning potatoes, sweet potatoes, oatmeal, barley, quinoa, rice, you name it, even breads and pastas, whole grain breads and pastas, whole foods, plant-based, right? Number 4, beans. You want to get in things like lentils, dried, that's fine, or even canned. Beans, lentils, peas, any which way, frozen peas, canned beans, lentils, split peas, however you enjoy it. There's a million ways to ingest beans, and they are absolutely delicious, And the reason why you would have gas from them is because of their high fiber content. Takes about maybe anywhere from 1 week to 4 weeks. The body gets adjusted. You don't get gassy anymore. Nonetheless, you can always rinse your beans. That also helps. Lentils, lower on the gassiness scale. So definitely start with these if you're new to this. And the last thing is going to be nuts, seeds, and avocados. I would opt for seeds in the beginning since they're less addictive than nuts. Sprinkle a little bit on your oatmeal or something like that, like flaxseed, chia seed, hemp seed. Or you can opt for raw nuts, small handful, 1 ounce. That's enough for a serving. You get all your omegas, you get all your healthy fats. Fantastic. This is going to provide you with adequate nutrition. You're going to get plenty of protein. You're going to get tons of nutrients. You're going to fuel a healthy immune system. You're going to build a healthy microbiome in your gut. You're going to have fantastic digestion with all the fiber, all the water content, and you're going to fuel your cells to start healing those detox organs. Your kidneys, your livers, your lungs, and your skin finally. Skin is the last place where all these toxins come out. And what this is going to look like if you're eating this way, let me show you. If you're eating all of these foods, right? If you're eating this way and you're staying away from other toxic, non-whole food substances, things that are not going to make you feel your best, things like refined oils, refined flours, no fiber, no carbohydrate, no protein in it. And you stay away from coffees and alcohols, so coffee, alcohol, oils, and coffee, alcohol, oil, I think that's it, and refined carbohydrates. You stay away from those 4 and you incorporate more of these whole foods, you're going to start seeing your skin recover. Anywhere from 6 months to 12 months, you're going to notice a massive change in your skin. So in the beginning, you're going to have a massive flare-up. It's just the body's natural, detox. It's getting a lot of toxins out at once because all of a sudden all this good stuff is coming in. It has time to get all the bad stuff out. So that big flare-up, for me, it lasted anywhere from, I believe, 6 to 8 weeks. And it was a terrible time. But since then, things have gotten better and better. Things have gotten calmer, less intense, less itchy, and shorter duration of flare-ups and other eczema-related issues. So that very first flare-up is the worst it's going to get, and it gets better from there. Things might not look good along the way to 6 months, but they certainly are not going to get as bad as the very beginning. And that's fantastic. So if you're looking at somebody as you are somebody who had eczema, let's say, for 5 years, you could look at healing your eczema in as little as a year to a year and a half, permanently, if you eat this way. If you're somebody who had eczema for 10 years, you can look at anywhere from 2 to 3 years permanently healing your eczema if you eat this way and continue to eat this way so long as you want clear skin. So what that can mean for you is that 30% of the time that you've had eczema, you can take that time to heal it permanently. You don't have to live with this forever. You don't have to continue taking ointments. In fact, you shouldn't. You should let the body do its work, feed it what it's supposed to, and it will clear up its skin for you. So, my last tip for you guys, after seeing these 5 food groups, fruits, vegetables, grains, beans, minimal nuts and seeds, incorporating tons of those, staying away or slowly getting off of and getting out of your diet completely refined carbohydrates such as white flour, white sugar, getting out the coffees, which is basically a pesticide in our system, too high caffeine. It wreaks havoc on our liver. Same thing with alcohol. And of course, oil is a refined product, adds a ton of calories. It slows down digestion. It's not a health food. It's something that impedes healthy skin recovery. You can cook with broth, you can cook with water, you can find many different ways to get around oil. So I highly recommend you guys try this. Leave your questions, leave your comments, let me know if this helps, and I hope you can get on the journey to start healing your skin naturally, start incorporating these foods. I'll leave some sites that are fantastic resources for finding recipes, more information, plant-based doctors, all the jazz. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you next time.